Welcome, losers. It's been kind of chaotic. Not only the eye poke, but the moments leading up to the eye poke, specifically talking about Tom Aspinall's media team, some of the things that this dude released, or should I say that his team released, which led me to create this video and ask the question, does Tom Aspinall have a bad team? Now, when you look at boxing, a lot of these boxers, who do they have sitting right next to them at the press conference? Their father. We don't really see that in MMA like that. And look, I'm not saying that it is a definitive good or bad move, right? Obviously, Tom is very close to his father, but there's been some things come out leading up to UFC 321 that I just don't think have been necessarily good for Tom Aspinall. One of the first things I want to talk about is his media team releasing a hot mic from Daniel Cormier talking down on the rest of the heavyweight division. I mean, this was disrespectful not only to Jelton Almeida, not only to the rest of the heavyweight division, but to Tom Aspinall. So you think I can go on a generational run just because the talent's weak? I don't know. Look, we're about to get into it right now. Let's pull it up. Where's my circle? Here we go. Listen to this.
Yeah, I take Coach down.
These matchups in this division, like what type of run you can go on.
Yeah. Can you guys hear this? Here we go. Let's put the CCs on.
Be crazy. You can like change your life.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what is Almeida's fighting? Sorry, Jelton can't fight.
He said Jelton can't fight. Jelton.
I think Volkov, probably.
Yeah, but even him, right? You beat him in the first round. Like, it can crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, you're on the verge of some crazy
I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep doing
working
my thing.
hard though.
Thanks, bro.
You got to keep working hard.
Thank you. I will do. Will do. Listen, I'm working harder
It's like
now than I ever was.
When things like that, like, doesn't come around often, right? It's like when I got to fight Vulcan.
Yeah.
Defend the belt against Vulcan Ozdemir one time, man.
You couldn't believe you looked.
Did I win the lottery, son? They were like, hey, man, we think you get to fight Vulcan. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
And here's my problem with it, right? Like Tom Aspinall has pretty much built his career up until this moment to being like this really humble guy. I'm patient. I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to bring my lunch pail to work. And I'm just going to work really hard until good things happen. Never talks trash. But stuff like this being released on his channel, sure, you know, I understand that it's something that DC said, but this, can you understand and can you see how this is a bad look on the fighter himself? Like, if I'm Jelton Almeida and I cross paths with Tom Aspinall, I'm going to have a little chip on my shoulder. And I'm going to, not only am I going to have a chip on my shoulder for Tom Aspinall, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait until the post-fight presser because I might just give DC the what for. Same thing with Alexander Volkov. My God, he was downplaying him. And I understand that Tom beat Alexander in the first round, but can we all agree that he is like, he's the most improved fighter in the heavyweight division? I don't think that's a crazy statement to make. Okay, so next up, another really controversial piece of media that dropped. Tom Aspinall's dad talking to some interviewer. I'm not sure who this is, but he's talking about Tom going over to boxing. Understand that Tom only has 2 more fights on his UFC contract. His father alludes to the fact that he doesn't want Tom to sign again. We know how Dana White feels about this kind of stuff. I mean, do you remember Francis Ngannou? And the heavyweight division is just kind of leveling out too, right? Like now more than ever, the heavyweight division needs stability, a fighter that's going to be in there for the long haul. And this coming out from Tom just doesn't help his case. I mean, dude, he's smarter than this. All right, let's bring old Tommy Aspinall's daddy to stage.
Want to go into the boxing world and maybe fight a Tyson Fury, maybe fight a Deontay Wilder?
I don't know if he does, but I think if you get into that top percentage of the sport, the UFC do not pay anywhere near as much as the boxing does. And I know, being around Tom every day, that when he spars good boxers, he spars good. So I think he'd do really well against a real high-class boxer.
With Zuffa Boxing under Dana White's leadership, do you think there could be an eventual crossover where you get a massive super fight that could be on a Netflix?
It doesn't depend on me, that depends on Dana White. But I think Tom has the ability, because I've seen him box at the highest level against some real good guys, that he could be at that level.
Does Tom want to go into the boxing world and maybe fight a Tyson?
Okay, so Tom's dad doesn't say anything too crazy. I feel like there's got to be another video out there. But, you know, anytime you're trying to make a deal happen and there's an external factor, what am I talking about? Tom Aspinall's dad. So if you're a realtor and you have a man who's very interested in buying a house, but his wife kind of likes the one across the street that's owned by a different realty company, that's an external factor. And you heard Tom's dad mention that, look, boxers at the highest level get paid otherworldly compared to UFC champions. And while that might not be untrue, it's like, yeah, but you know, you're not Floyd Mayweather, brother. Like, you're not Tyson Fury, brother. You're not these guys at the top of the sport. And I understand that your son and you think he can go on and do wonderful things. I don't disagree. Tom Aspinall is a special athlete. But you see him sparring good boxers and having some success with good boxers. When you talk about that mega money, you're talking about him either going to fight Jake Paul or going to fight great boxers, okay? And I'm not sure either one of those happen under Dana White, especially if we can't get a new contract signed. You understand? So it's been nothing but hell, Dana White dealing with Tom Aspinall. And that's partly due to John Jones. You know, I'm not going to fake and pretend, but just the whole Tom Aspinall idea, the world would be a lot easier for Dana White. And I'm pretty sure this is what he's hoping, that Cyril Gane gets it done in the second fight. I think that's why we've seen a lot of the narrative coming out of ESPN from Chael Sonnen, from Anthony Lionheart, Dustin Poirier. I think that a lot of this external noise has been seen and has been heard. And I think Tom Aspinall needs to figure out what he's going to do with the company long term. The worst thing that can happen for the company is we get another Ngannou situation. But guys, let me know what you think. My final verdict, I think Tom Aspinall has got a dad who really loves him, cares about him. I'm never going to fault him for that. I think that he's got a media team that should probably do their due diligence with filtering through every single little piece of content and very carefully choosing what they put out. Very carefully choosing what they put out. That, what they released from DC, that hot mic moment, that's not going to benefit Tom Aspinall or his brand in any way. Why put it out? That's all I'm saying. But guys, let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments. The intro video, I just found that funny. I'm not on the team Tom quit. You know, I just thought that was funny. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Tom Aspinall's team. I will holler at you guys soon. Peace.